Welcome to another Curious Orbit Explainer. So, right now, as you're sitting there, the world around you probably feels perfectly still, right? But what if the massive engine of our planet suddenly just hit the brakes? What if Earth completely stopped spinning? Not forever, but for just one single second. Well, the answer is, frankly, nothing short of apocalyptic. Seriously, just imagine the catastrophic consequences if our worlds halted for a single tick of the clock. Earth's rotation is this invisible force that governs, well, our entire everyday existence. Every single cycle of day and night exists strictly because our planet is constantly in motion. If that rotation suddenly stopped, even for a brief moment, the consequences for life as we know it would be absolutely terrifying. You see, we don't feel it at all, but we are currently strapped to a giant rock spinning at nearly 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. That momentum is literally the silent engine of our climate and our lives. It dictates the rising and setting of the sun and the delicate balance of our global ecosystems. But because we're moving right along with it, we simply don't feel the speed. And that brings us to a rather terrifying law of physics: inertia. If the giant sphere beneath our feet suddenly locks into place, the momentum of everything resting on it is conserved. So the Earth stops, but you do not. Everything that isn't anchored perfectly to absolute bedrock is going to keep traveling at that original, blistering speed. So while the solid bedrock halts, the atmosphere, the oceans, our cities, and yeah, our bodies are violently thrown eastward. Imagine a car crashing at highway speeds. Now scale that up to 1,000 miles per hour. Almost everything on the surface of the planet would be violently ejected into the air in the blink of an eye.
This leads us right into Section 1, supersonic winds.
Because the atmosphere keeps moving at that original speed, the air itself instantly becomes a weapon of mass destruction. We'd immediately face winds moving way faster than the speed of sound. We're talking over 1,000 miles per hour. These supersonic blasts would literally shear buildings right off their foundations, uproot entire forests, and just erase cities in a fraction of a second. It would be a chaotic global storm unlike anything our planet has ever seen.
Next up is Section 2, massive tsunamis.
If we apply that exact same terrifying inertia to the world's oceans, things get even worse. The water filling our ocean basins is also traveling at 1,000 miles per hour. So when the rock beneath it instantly stops, all of that liquid momentum just sloshes forward. Gigantic, supersonic walls of water would sweep far inland, violently washing over entire landmasses and erasing coastlines around the globe in a matter of moments. And then there's Section 3, geological chaos unleashed. Because, the devastation wouldn't just be happening on the surface. The massive tectonic plates making up the Earth's crust would experience an unimaginable braking force. The sheer kinetic energy would fracture the rock right beneath our feet, triggering incredibly powerful, globally destructive earthquakes. It would force magma to the surface as fault lines rupture simultaneously all over the world. The planet itself would basically groan and crack under the immense pressure of its own abruptly stopped momentum.
Which brings us to a really dark twist in Section 4, the terrifying restart.
Remember, our thought experiment here was only for one single second. After that excruciatingly chaotic pause, the planet suddenly snaps back to its original spinning speed. So everything that was just thrown eastward by inertia is now violently yanked back. The oceans, the atmosphere, whatever is left of the crumbling crust, it's all subjected to a massive planetary whiplash. This violent acceleration triggers a second wave of chaos, pretty much ensuring absolute devastation.
Okay, let's move to Part 5. Back to reality. Go ahead and take a deep breath, because thankfully, according to known physics, there is no cosmic brake pedal capable of instantly stopping a planet of this massive size. But this apocalyptic thought experiment is pretty amazing because it proves just how incredibly vital Earth's invisible rotation really is. That 1,000-mile-per-hour spin is a fundamental pillar of our existence. It keeps our climate stable and prevents the very ground we walk on from literally turning against us. So, out of all this absolute chaos, the supersonic winds, the continental tsunamis, or those massive planetary earthquakes, which do you think poses the most terrifying threat? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Curious Orbit for more deep dives into the universe's greatest mysteries. Catch you in the next one!